Mamuina Kwaba at the bank assertive native, and any new concussion a year NDC native, a year the Greater Accra NDC regional chairman. Efeno aye Emmanuel ni Ashimo na tifo ya tabri some serious charges egu papa we so a enya asem ketwa no ti was it no oye djuma wo the electricity company of Ghana enunti for koji aye contract efi aye Singapore businessman to you can honom say offer sa contract man ya panso the contract emano around $800,000 contract no the ma papa we na some gusu kono na aye NDC regional chairman invited to you can a Singaporean man if Singapore about man Ghana muha on arrival no tifo ade the year sapa we na anya asem ketwa editeni no asentin so man akoda no sasun tua an addition of $3 million na anya asem ketwa na sasemi na ko wie chinetifo Singaporean businessman wo so sa atabri NDC regional chairman ako Accra High Court so sa epe ne fa hu de yan nko asan so pe sika chenchenche bi fi se wodi teni no wodi na yakayaka de nto ne so sa epe sika kakra so na betum di adwodwo ne hu ne yensem bi pina kono kotie enkomobo a ekoso hono medamu ina asa.
Justice Gertrude Tokonu, who has been a judge for 38 years and he has been a lawyer for 38 years and a judge for 21 odd years of it, found it painfully necessary to hold a press conference. And at the press conference, the Lord Chief Justice was at pain to even start the press conference by telling the media why she had to do a press conference. This is the first time in Ghana's 68 years of independence. You can see the Chief Justice arriving together with her ever-present husband at the press conference. This is the first time in 68 years that a Chief Justice has had to do a press conference. We have never seen the Georgiana would do a press conference. I doubt it. I can't remember. I doubt it. We've never seen a Chief Justice setting out to hold a press conference. They give speeches when they attend events, but they never hold press conference about themselves. More so, for the Chief Justice to hold a press conference complaining about law, complaining about a legal process, complaining about a legal regime, that was very sad. And that was completely overwhelming for anyone. Or should I rather say underwhelming? That was underwhelming for anyone who is interested in democracy, who is interested in the tenets of rule of law, who is interested in fundamental human rights, that the Chief Justice is holding a press conference and complaining that I am being hounded on the altar of politics. That was hard. That was hard for anyone to take. The Lord Chief Justice said, I am being hounded on the altar of politics on account of my appointment by a political group, on account of statements I have made in the discharge of my duty as a judge, sitting among a panel of 5, sometimes 7, on account of legal opinions I have taken in exercise of my duty as a jurist. I am being hounded for that. I mean, that goes all the way back to ancient Greece. It goes all the way back behind Oliver Cromwell. And that is why the Chief Justice went all the way back to Nebuchadnezzar. Why must we have this in a country? We shouldn't. Do the people in authority know that this is what is happening? Okay, the Chief Justice can be bad. She doesn't smile. She doesn't play ampe with anybody. But it's not about Gertrude Tokonu. No. It's about the 1992 Constitution and the tenets of democracy. If they say that they are going to arrest Paul Adomochi because he has WhatsApp exchanges with Akufo-Addo and they've read it and they are coming to whatever. It's not about Paul Adomochi. It's about, should a democracy have somebody arrested because he exchanged WhatsApp messages with Akufo-Addo? Is that what it is? That is why it's important for us to take the sentiments of men and women out of the discharge of law. That's what the 1992 Constitution is about. That's why the 1992 Constitution has no name in it. It says if a person, if such an one appointed by the president having appointed this, a judge having done this, they don't name any judge because it's about institutional cleanliness. It's about the sacrosanct nature of how we practice our democracy. No Chief Justice in England, no Chief Justice in America, no Chief Justice in Denmark, Sweden, even South Africa, I dare say even Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, will ever go to bed being worried about the outcome of an election results. And here in Ghana, we have never had a Chief Justice who goes out worried about the outcome of an election result, because on 7 December, the Chief Justice has a responsibility. On 7 December every 4 years, the Chief Justice has a responsibility to swear in the president, whether you like the president or not, whether you don't like the president or not. As Chief Justice, you have a responsibility to attend the Independence Square at the Speaker's call and swear in the president. In the same way, no political authority, whether you like the Chief Justice or not, you don't have to like him or her, but you have to deal with the Chief Justice according to the principles laid out in the Republican Constitution of 1992. Here is Justice Tokono, having have to explain to the media the reasons why she has broken a 68-year convention to now hit the silver screen and speak to the general public. Listen to her.
I have decided to make this statement today because the violations have not stopped. Indeed, they have escalated beyond anything I could have imagined as possible in justice delivery. These violations include the committee's refusal, in breach of the rules of natural justice, to recognize my lawyer on the first day of proceedings, simply because I was not personally present with him. And they went ahead to make arrangements for the hearing without involving my lawyer while he was sitting in front of them. The committee has also failed to indicate the specific charges that I'm supposed to be defending myself against in order to allow me to adequately prepare a defense of the charges. The committee has gone on to permit two of the petitioners, Mr. Daniel Ofori and Shining Stars, not to testify at all or present what case they brought to them at the hearing. The committee has refused to allow me to go into the hearing with any family member. Before you enter, there's a thorough search of my body and my handbag in violation of protocols and courtesies extended to any Chief Justice, which protocols and courtesies are honored in the name of the nation, both in Ghana and outside of Ghana. And then the work of the committee is being conducted in a cordoned high security zone on Castle Drive, Osun, when all Article 146 proceedings since 1993 have been held in facilities of the Judicial Service. It is hard not to reach the conclusion that the choice of venue against the backdrop of secrecy of proceedings is intended to intimidate me and to prevent any citizen of Ghana from knowing how the proceedings are being conducted. The question to be asked